this Toronto Raptors team doesn't seem to be shook by anything. After the last win they had in Oracle, they walked back to the locker room as if they didn't win. No smiling. It's like they were ready to go. Gasol and the boys were ready to go. Mr. Nick Nurse, who I heard Big Nick Energy, by the way, earlier today. Don't mind him being described as that. I like that. Thought they were going to potentially bury the Golden State Warriors. Boom, 4-1. What happens, though? Kevin Durant says, no, I'm cleared for practice.
Yep.
Excuse me. I go to dinner with Jay Will, and I say, hey, Jay Will, I'm playing tomorrow night. So Jay Will goes on Get Up in the morning and says, I bet you Kevin Durant plays. And what does Kevin Durant do? Shows up at the warm-ups of the game, puts on a show.
Yep.
Dunking, one-on-one-ing with folks.
Looked good.
Looked good. I mean, he looked good. He comes out, hits his first 2 shots. I'm thinking, no chance the Toronto Raptors can beat the Golden State Warriors, especially if Kevin Durant decided whenever he was hurt with that calf strain that he was never going to miss another shot again. That's what he said. I'm never going to miss another shot again. And then Heartbreak City comes in the form of what is now believed to be a popped Achilles out of nowhere for Kevin Durant. The Canadian fans made some noise. The internet did not enjoy that. Listen, Canada. You've done a lot of great things for the world. Great hockey.
The best.
Okay, America made it better with the league, but the sport itself was incredibly made by very nice people north of the border.
Right.
Maple syrup, we don't even have to talk about it. Had it this weekend with waffles and French toast. That's Belgium, France, and Canada coming together for a great treat on my plate.
Tim Hortons.
Timmy Hortons. I mean, let's not even talk about Niagara Falls, the place that pretty much raised me.
Gambling at 19.
That's what I'm talking about. 15 if you have a brother that's 4 years older than you.
Amen.
I like Canada. But that cheering when Kevin Durant got hurt, I think they all in that arena immediately regret upon hearing about Kevin Durant popping his Achilles right there. Their immediate reaction was, oh, the best player on earth. Now, granted, what have you done for me lately? We don't talk about LeBron James being the best player on earth anymore because he's might literally be 60 bottles of wine deep since the beginning of playoffs. So nobody will talk about that. But Kawhi came on. He's playing like Michael Jordan. There's a lot of videos of Kawhi and Michael Jordan sharing a lot of the same look. It's incredible because I didn't really know much about Kawhi either other than thing. But watching them kind of dominate. But Kevin Durant is that guy. He's that dude. Everybody knows it. A lot of people were talking. Klay Thompson even said after the game that they pay no mind and no attention to the humans that say they're a better team without Kevin Durant because you could put Kevin Durant on the worst team in the league and they would make the playoffs because he's the greatest player on earth, is what Klay Thompson said, or one of the greatest players on earth. Watching his Achilles pop, which they have a zoomed-in video on the internet of it, is so fucking sad to think about because all the shit that gets talked about Kevin Durant for being a snake and being a guy that only cares about Kevin Durant, a guy that hates seeing other people succeed is what they say, a guy who has taken some shots from the Golden State Warriors front office on multiple occasions. The GM came out in his press conference very emotional and positive for Kevin Durant because this is a heartbreaking situation for him. So he's a human. I respect it. But Kevin Durant has a lot of negative pub around him because his burner accounts and shit like that. And all I've ever seen is a guy that seems to care about things and is incredible at basketball. Tonight, whenever his Achilles popped, I think the whole world was like, man, you put yourself out there because the Warriors were about to lose. You came back early, obviously, in a chance to save your team because you wanted your team to win. And you literally got punished by that with the worst punishment possible, which is a torn Achilles, which is so sad, especially because he's potentially up for about 700, 800, 900, maybe even $1 billion from the Brooklyn Nets, amongst other people here in the next couple months. It's a sad scene, man. It's a sad scene for Kevin Durant. He was going so hard in warm-ups. It was very obvious that what he was trying to do in warm-ups was like, let's test this thing as much as we can right now just to see how it goes. By the way, got him into fucking game warm because as soon as he got that ball in his hand, the ball was
He was on fire.
dropping.
He was wanting to score 40.
Yes, he wanted
sure.
40 that night for sure. But it's interesting to me that, man, it just goes and you still pay Kevin Durant, I assume.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Someone will.
You still pay Kevin Durant. You still just, even if he has to miss part of the season next year because he's rehabbing, which, by the way, is possible. Let's assume that's possible. Play a lot of games. You pay Kevin Durant. So that's good for Kevin Durant, I think.
Definitely. And also kind of like not terrible for the Warriors because now they're playing for something.
Yeah, and this is the first time you've really seen Klay Thompson come out and go to bat for Kevin Durant.
Absolutely.
Now, granted, it's probably happened before. This is me just paying attention more, so this is very much what have you done for me lately. But everybody from the Golden State team is coming out pro Kevin Durant.
Right.
Iguodala and Steph Curry walked him back to the thing during the game, which doesn't really back to the locker room. This is so sad for Kevin Durant because honestly, just like LeBron not making the playoffs, like I want to watch LeBron.
Yeah.
Right? Like I want to watch LeBron. Just like I want to watch Zion. The draft's coming up. Zion's going to go number 1. He said in an ad for NBA TV, he said, the world has never seen anything like me before. I'm like, okay, Zion. Are they writing your lines or did you say that? Like, I want to know. I want to know if they fed you that line or if you said that. Because if Zion's feeling that way, by the way, I will quadruple down on Zion's an ex-LeBron if that's the way he's talking and he's not being fed those lines. I think Zion goes in and does something big. But Kevin Durant, I want to see Kevin Durant play basketball. Like, I want to watch, just like I wanted to see Kawhi down the stretch there, which is exactly what we saw until they stopped giving him the ball. So,
Yeah. So, well, let's not give it to him on
he
the
was
final
getting
drive.
hey, we're down 1. Just any bucket here is good.
Yeah.
And he actually passed it, though.
He was getting double
Got
teamed.
doubled.
They still got a chance, I guess, to win it. But, boy, it feels like Golden State's probably going to pull this one out.
Yeah, go back to Oracle. Last game ever at Oracle.
And at Oracle, did they check the hoop sizes?
They should.
It feels like everybody gets buckets at Oracle. It feels as if Steph, now granted, this might be just watching Steph Curry shoot a basketball is different than watching everybody else. It feels like Steph could throw it up from fucking anywhere at Oracle. It's probably going to fall.
Just drops.
I mean, in warm-ups, he's walking in the locker room and he does that shot from the side and then he fucking daps up the fucking security guard. It's just like clockwork.
Yep.
Just like clock. Oh, this is a 75-foot shot. Bang, buckets, dap up. I'm out of here. See you later. In the game, pull up from anywhere. I'm excited. I'm happy we got a series.
Yeah,
I'm happy we
definitely.
got a
More
series.
basketball. Can't complain.
Sad about Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the worst.